welcome back to the channel. On the agenda, I was going to take my fender and headlight off, but figured since it's a fairly nice day, we're gonna paint the valve cover. So I'm gonna do a tutorial on how to do it. I'm no professional by any means, but yeah. This is what we're gonna be painting it, Wrinkle Black. So I have here some Scotch Brite. Don't need this big of a piece, but you know, all you're gonna do is just lightly, because there's a lot of like built up stuff and oxidation that I can't get with just a regular like toothbrush and whatnot. So this will help a lot, and also help the paint adhere to the surface of the valve cover. Like if you see this little thing right here. Anyways, but yeah, you get the idea. Just gonna scuff it lightly and then spray it. Maybe a good angle. Anyways, so I'm gonna take some of this thing right here. You're gonna set it around like so. Make sure it hits the base of the hole. And then you're gonna fold this in like that, and that should be it. Yep. So just like that. I didn't obviously do the prettiest job at, you know, sanding, blah blah blah. Just want to do this quick. I'm not too crazy about it because this motor isn't forever. So yeah, so I'm gonna follow through with doing that for these, and then like these holes and stuff, you take like a quarter and trace it out, and that should be more than enough. Don't forget to tape off this as well, and yeah, I'll show you guys once I'm finished taping it off. Here's a trick that you can use. This is a 17, and it fits perfectly in the diameter of the shape of this surface right here. So you're just gonna take this, take some tape, put it on there like that, and then kind of just fold down the edges sharply, and then just peel away, and then stick it on there. So we need 5 of those. So I'm gonna do 5 of those real quick, and then let's get spraying. Peep that sunset. Anyways, 10 minutos has passed, so we went this way the first time. Now we gotta go that way. So, and I think I missed a few spots the first time around because my little paint contraption thing in here is tight. So yeah, oh shit. Okay. No. Yeah, bro, I should have got it. We're on to our last coat. So, this is the result. I spent about like 10 15 minutes or so going around with the gun. Good reminder or tip is to use a sharp razor blade when scraping off the finish on top of the letters, and I do suggest doing it like after you let it sit overnight, just because the paint is still fairly soft. If you wait till later, it'll just be more of a headache. I am gonna let this sit for another day before I decide to install it and buy the gaskets and blah blah blah. So it's dry now. I thought I would need another day, but I probably don't. This is what it looks like in the sun. I'm gonna shave this down, and then before I do that, I'm gonna prep it with some tape so it doesn't mess up the surface. So some 320 grit on a sanding block. What the hell is that? Is that oil? Oh, it is oil. Ripperino. Anyways, take this and remember to tape off the letters so the surface doesn't get messed up. So you just go back and forth like this and just sand it. As you can see, there is some pitting from, you know, the age of the valve cover and stuff. Try to get that out as much as I can, but if it's, you know, the pits are pretty deep, then probably go with a more coarse grit to sand it all the way down. So I'm gonna sand this down and then I'll show you guys once it's all done. It's like, I think like 2 days from the last clip where I was spraying the valve cover, but it is dry now, fully cured. You can see like a slight drip like right there. I don't know if the light will show it, but you see it. But other than that, the wrinkle came out decent. Nothing crazy. Like good thing to note would be probably keep it at like room temperature overnight for it to cure, because I left it in the garage and it like completely like wrinkled the whole thing to a different, like, I guess texture that I would have or I didn't really prefer, but it came out really good. So I got a gasket. I got a gasket kit from AutoZone. I had some, whatchamacallit, I had some rewards, so this was like 25 bucks. It ended up being only like $5, $4 or $5 or some shit like that. So I'm gonna get to installing this. These are for the bolts. These are the bolt grommets or whatever you want to call it. And then you have your spark plug seals. So let's do that. So I was gonna use these picks, but I think the Gorilla Grip pliers are probably better. I'm doing this with one hand and filming with the other. It's not the fucking easiest thing in the world to do, but I'm gonna show you. Yeah, these definitely needed a replacement. Hold on, let me get this off real quick. Okay, I was gonna show you guys how to put the spark plug seals in, but I ended up just pressing them in with my fingers and lightly hammering it if it wasn't seating all the way properly around the edge. But when you do go in to install the valve cover, make sure that you take like a little like pick or something that doesn't have like a super sharp point, and make sure that the tubes or the seal goes around the tubes. So I'm gonna now replace these things. Whatchamacallit, I usually, if I remember last time I did this, I took some dikes and I just cut them, but these are the new ones. They already come with them, like the washer and everything already. So yeah, I mean, if you don't want to like clip both of them at the same time, you can separate them like so with like a pick, and yeah, just like that. Damn, this one's hella oily. Black man, and all dirty. Shit. Anyways, then super simple. Just take the dike and cut the rubber grommet off. That comes off. It's the same thing for, well, okay, I'm just dumb. You just need to cut the rubber grommet off, because I'm sitting over here wasting my time fucking cutting the goddamn washer. But just like that, wipe it clean, and then, like I said earlier, take a little bit of grease, and this is just leftover like grease from the inner tie rod I just did, like that, and then washer towards the head of the bolt like that, and then and that's it. That's how it's supposed to look like. So I'm gonna finish this up and then install the bolts, and it should be good. I'm gonna tidy up everything else too. So yeah. Forget, these are like not that tight. I think they're like millimeters, like I don't know, like 7 or like 10 millimeters or some shit. I could be wrong, don't quote me on that, but that's good. So just a little bit. This one is just a little bit. I think that should be good. That's gonna wrap it up for this valve cover. Super fun DIY project. I recommend anyone who doesn't want to break the bank, like, you know, spending, you know, $300-400. I think probably one of these days when I finally swap this car with like a K or something, I'll probably do that. But for now, it's just a single cam, so it's a fun DIY project, and I recommend anyone doing this on your car. Honestly, it's a good learning experience as well. So, but yeah, that's gonna wrap it up for today's video. Little update: I did get accepted into WeekFest, so I am working on like kind of just buttoning up a few things and kind of making a little game plan on what I need to execute for WeekFest. But I'm really excited and really grateful and very humbled to be, you know, showing my car this year, because I think it's, I mean, for anyone who's been watching or been following me for some time and following this build, I've always wanted to show this car, and you know, it was a thing for a couple summers in a row for me to say like, oh yep, WeekFest 2021, 2022, whatever, and it never happened because, you know, life happens. So yeah, anyways, thanks for tuning in to another video, and you know, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. And don't forget, just peace, baby.